nemesis of a firefighter. Arsonist, I'm a fire rider. Instant flame like a firelighter. So special with shows, I live out my flows. Can't walk in my shoes, can't purchase my clothes. Ice in my veins, but I never froze. Picture perfect, but I never posed. As a juvenile, I knew I bounced back. Got rated, had a plan to get my ounce back. Use cheese as bait, that's a mousetrap. Let me to the right person to pounce at. They selling dreams, I'm pulling receipts. Full force, we can't be beat. Got a dirty mouth, but the flow so neat. Keep your 2 cents, talk is cheap.
The next topic we're going to discuss on Boxing Bros is Chris Billam-Smith beats Lawrence Okolie in a majority decision. One judge had it 112-112. A lot of people were outraged about it, particularly because Billam-Smith dropped Okolie a few times. So I'm going to come out the gate and say this. I didn't watch this fight. It wasn't televised in the United States of America on ESPN, DAZN, ESPN Plus, Showtime, any of the channels where we normally watch boxing. When we try to watch the fight, it was on Fight TV, and you can subscribe to Fight TV for like $7-8 a month, and nobody was paying to see Lawrence Okolie. So I didn't watch the fight. Ned didn't watch the fight, but we heard what happened.
Trust me, we heard. Our Twitters is blowing up.
Yeah, I heard Lawrence Okolie looked horrible. It was a hug fest. I heard Lawrence Okolie got a point deducted for holding. Yeah, I heard he got dropped several times, and I heard that the judges' scorecard 112 was ridiculous, horrible, and a disgrace, and people feel like the fix was basically in for Lawrence Okolie if he could have even looked decent in the fight. So I'm gonna pull up box rec for Chris Billam-Smith real quick so we can take a look at this. So I also know. So he's 32. He's from the United Kingdom. His mom has breast cancer, was diagnosed with breast cancer. She had it 25 years ago, and it went into remission. And she has another one. He says, luckily, it's just a small lump. But he said that she was his motivation for this fight. Now, here's what BoxRec says. It says Okolie down once in the 4th, once in the 10th, and 11th, and deducted 1 point for holding in the 5th and the 7th. And so listen to this. And one judge still had it 112-112, as you can see. Benjamin Rodriguez. Benjamin, they need to fire Benjamin. I just from looking at this. All right, so Okolie was down once in the 4th, the 10th, and the 11th, and deducted 1 point for holding in the 5th and the 7th. And Benjamin still had it 112-112, while the other judges had it 116-107, 115-108.
Yeah, the fix was in, bro.
Yo, bro, Benjamin. Wow. Benjamin took some Benjamins for that. You know what I'm saying? For a couple of Benjamins, you can get Benjamin. All right, listen. All right. Eddie Hearn, as you know, used to have Lawrence Okolie, took Lawrence Okolie and promoted him. Lawrence Okolie, remember, used to work at McDonald's. They took him from McDonald's, got him, made him champion, and he ended up having issues with Eddie Hearn. At one point, implied Eddie Hearn was racist. Eddie Hearn was asked about what happened in the fight. Here's what Eddie Hearn had to say.
I don't sort of want to dwell on that too much, but a lot of people sort of were confused when he changed promoter, manager, trainer. Does it sort of seem like...
I think you can't start sticking a knife in now just because he lost. He's been poorly advised, Lawrence Okolie. But it's what it is. He believed he could beat Billam-Smith on away soil, and he wanted the big unification fights. He's had 2 fights there now, and they haven't been, and he's got beat. But you can get beat anytime. It's not. He was definitely poorly advised, but it's irrelevant when you're talking about the fights. And I wish him all the best.
He has a vote the rematch clause. Wise decision.
He's what?
He has a vote the rematch clause. Do you think that's a wise?
I mean, not being funny. Where's Lawrence Okolie going to go? Like he's not. No one's going to be overly interested to watch him fight non-title fights, even when he's in a title fight. And at least there is a little bit of drama in a rematch. It's not great for Billam-Smith, but it's just what happens when you have a voluntary defense. So I don't know, that really worked well outdoors at Bournemouth, but obviously they can't do that again. So I don't know where they put that fight, but he was a champion. Giving Billam-Smith a shot, and rematch, of course, is standard procedure.
There's 2 more.
All right, so this video appears courtesy of Boxing Social. Subscribe to Boxing Social. So, G, I'm turning over to you. But remember, what Eddie Hearn pointed out was that Lawrence Okolie switched managers, promoters, and trainers at some point. So, what's your reaction to all this, G?
Man, I like to apologize to the Boxing Bros Nation. I didn't get to watch this fight, but the way that my man Eddie Hearn's talking about Okolie, man, sound like Okolie's performance was straight doo-doo. You know what I mean? So, the fact that this dude literally said like without Okolie with a belt, nobody's gonna try to watch him anyways. Because even with a belt, he's boring. You know what I mean? I'm just like, that's cold-blooded, man. Like, and it seems like it could be hate. But Eddie had a dead serious face, so I'm kind of believe Eddie.
Yeah, I'm telling the truth face. Eddie, Eddie,
this is a no cap face. This is man, like it's one of those I don't care if he left type. You know what I mean? So I don't know, man. Okolie, man. Good luck with your career, man. You gotta definitely run this back though, especially like because he's still signing AJ, right?
I think he switched management. That's what he said. He said he switched management. He switched promoter. So if he switched management, that means he doesn't have AJ as his manager anymore. So he switched management. He switched promoters. He switched trainers.
Hey, man, you know how it is, man. Well, maybe this young man will learn, so I don't know. But, the fact that in that judge scorecard was kind of outrageous, because I'm like, how many times are Okolie gonna get dropped and it's still gonna be a draw? That's kind of
and 2 points deducted, G.
That's not what I'm saying. So I'm like, so what was that? What was that judge watching? Like,
that judge better argue I made a mistake.
He should just lie and be like, I fell asleep. You know what I'm saying? Like, oops, my bad, I fell asleep. Pardon me.
Bro, there's no way you can have a 112 scorecard,
And I thought the UK fixed that. I could have sworn they said something like they're cracking down on judges messing up.
Well, Benjamin's gone. Benjamin Rodriguez is gone, man.
Yeah, now he out of there, yo. He out of there, yo, man. That dude done for, man. But yeah, but if they do have a rematch, I'm gonna try to find a way to watch it.
You know what happened with Benjamin, G? This is what happened with Benjamin. When like you start a new job and they give you like orientation and they show you a video of like the rules and it's like, all right, so one fighter goes down, you deduct a point, it becomes a 10-8 round. And every time they go down again, you deduct another point. And if the referee says they're taking a point for holding, you deduct a point. Benjamin was straight sleep. So when he actually saw the fight and they dropped him, he didn't know what to do.
So he added points. He added points to Okolie's side. You know what I'm saying?
He was like, what? I think I deduct a point from Billam-Smith because Okolie's holding the vibe. I'm just saying. That's what it seems like to me.
That's wild, yo. Oh, man.
Are you good, TBE?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I ain't see this fight either, but I'm going to be real with you. I thought Lawrence Okolie had promise in the cruiserweight division. Clearly, he don't. And since you want to switch sides, I ain't switching sides with you, man. This is what you get. You thought I got cocky. You thought you was the man. You thought you can move on. You did had a belt. You can move on with different promoters. Have your peoples in here telling you switch trainers. Or we can promote you for less, and we gonna make you a star. And look at you now. Losing, getting beat up.
I get it. Like, mad because he left AJ. Oh,
looking like Ryan Garcia. You leave the champ, you ain't a champ. Chump, That's what I got. Nah. But honestly, from that the 112 is crazy. After all those deductions, after being dropped, it's insane to score the fight 112. And at that point, you're under investigation. Not even. This is a warning. You're under investigation. Like,
investigate what? That's to me, that's fire. You're fired.
yes,
Fire, bro.
Spot, you're fired.
they have to do a thorough investigation.
Clean out your desk.
You're fired. Like, you can't just be like, sir. It's like, yo, you didn't even give me an investigation. No, yes.
Bro, that scorecard doesn't require one. It's just you're done for. You know what I mean?
Yo, there's no rational explanation for that scorecard. Like, there's no way. Especially when you look at the scorecards of the other judges.
Yeah.
They were within a point of each other, which means they saw one round differently. But this cat. All right, go ahead, man.
Rodriguez is turning into wire Rodriguez. He's gonna be wearing a wire after this. That's all I'm saying. A wire. He gonna drop down on somebody who's running this type of circus in boxing, where they, we get illegitimate scorecards and things like that. Because it's crazy. Like, I'm tired of these fights being judged the wrong way, and we don't need this no more in the sport of boxing. Like, we are watching the fight, we see it's going one way, and we get so judged it 115 to 111, and I'm like, how? It's like, yo, what fight were you watching? But some people take the money on the table, so get them out of here.
Yeah, look, I think it's another cautionary tale, man. Remember, this guy was working at McDonald's. I think they even said he was overweight. The time, the commitment, everything invested in his success came from Eddie Hearn and Anthony Joshua. And then at some point, you start getting too big for your britches, man. You know what happens? It happens with people, man. Like I said, people get delusional with themselves, man. He started looking around. He's like, man, I should be being treated like Anthony Joshua was being treated. You know what I'm saying? AJ's not moving my career the way I want it. See, Eddie, I like the way Eddie moves because Eddie's nice with it. Eddie dissed him, if you peeped it, but he did it in a way where he tried to make it look like, I'm not going to stick the knife in him when he's down. He said Eddie left. He said Okolie left, said he wanted to unify. He's had 2 fights. He hasn't unified yet, and he lost. But, like, that was Eddie laying it on him. You know what I mean? Eddie's pointing out how you left because you wanted something, you didn't get it, and you took the L, and now you have no belts. See, sometimes you don't know what you're asking for, but you ask for more. You know what I mean? That's DMX right there. But all I'm saying to you is, like, sometimes, man, you got to really look in the mirror and ask yourself if what you're feeling is real. Now, I genuinely believe if he was with Matchroom, he would still be undefeated. Now, Eddie Hearn said nobody wants to see him fight. I don't know if you recall, but I called out he's very uncoordinated. He throws wild shots, and he's like almost like a poor man's Wilder. I called this out before, where it's like at least with Wilder's right hand shots are coordinated. Like Wilder, like Okolie, he looks like he'll trip over his own 2 feet in the ring. Now, I didn't see the fight. I don't really need to. I called this out a long time ago. You can pull the tapes. I said, like, I don't see anything special in them. They were talking about this dude fighting Breedis. He'd have got chefed up, cuz. What are you talking about? He would have got chefed up. And so then he has this fight, and I didn't need to see the fight because BoxRec told me everything. He's dropped in the 4th, dropped in 2 other rounds. 2 points deducted for holding. When you get points deducted for holding, do you know how excessive your holding has to be? Do you know how excessive your holding has to be? Unless Kenny Bayless is the ref, then It's all right. But I'm saying, do you know how excessive your holding has to be? This man got 2 points deducted for holding. You people don't watch boxing to see holding. So when Eddie says nobody wants to see Lawrence Okolie, I agree. Because it's not that I didn't have $8 to subscribe to Fight TV. I just wasn't gonna pay to see Lawrence Okolie. I paid to watch Anthony Yard versus Lyndon Arthur. I had to pay like $10. We paid to see a few fights in the UK.
Yeah, the Fight TV. We
Yeah,
paid
on Fight TV. Nobody was paying money to see Can We Hug It Out Okolie. You know what I'm saying? Like Okolie be giving these dudes more hugs than I got growing up, man. From my parents. You know what I'm saying? They're taking me back to childhood traumas. The way he be loving on his opponents. Hey, look, man, I'm gonna say it like this. People get in your ear, maybe the new promoter, the new manager, everyone got in the ear and they told you what you could be. They sold you the dream. Well, let's see if they stay on your team now. Because everyone, including AJ, said when they took their first L, people started. And there's nothing that I saw on BoxRec, because I ain't see the fight. There's nothing that I saw on BoxRec that indicates that Lawrence Okolie can win that rematch. I mean, so I, bless him. I hope he, finds his way back to the top. Honestly, I don't know. I'm not saying I hope, because Chris Billam-Smith got a nice story himself, man. May the best man win. It wasn't Lawrence Okolie. Lawrence Okolie got a lot to work on. We'll see if he gets it done and gets his titles back. But based on what I read on BoxRec, I won't put no money on it. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Remember, you can listen to our podcast on all major streaming services. We are the Boxing Bros.